Just like I need to add a new audio capture.
We should come up a little earlier, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, I think we're live.
We're all right?
Yep, let's see. Crochet Lady and Carl say hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Crochet Lady says my throat's a little sore, so I won't be texting as much today. LOL.
Okay. So we're back. We're going to work more on the Skid Row buildings. I did a little bit of work on them since Friday. I got some effects that I wanted done. I'll show you guys here in a little bit. I'm going to work on that some today. We picked up a bunch of stuff. I'll talk about it here in just a second. We're going to start working with plaster next week. That will be, I'm going to be redoing this entire wall right here. That's this retaining wall. I've never been really happy with it. So I'm going to replace it with a plaster wall, custom made plaster wall. I've worked with plaster for a very long time. At least probably 10 years doing different types of projects, different types of things, and learn how to work it. And I came up with a fairly good system where you don't have to make molds. So we are going to be, I'll be showing you how to do that, where you can, let me see, I'm trying to think how much I paid. Like $7 is what I paid for what you'll have to have. Go ahead.
Lover Girl and the Ersky say hi.
Hey, glad you're here. We're just talking about some things we're going to do this week. I'm going to get back into the plaster work. What we're going to be doing from now on is I'm going to be taking the fronts, the printed fronts of the buildings, for the most part, just the printed front of the building that I like the style of on the small ones for our Skid Row. And then I'm going to be doing plaster walls for everything else, for the side walls, rear walls. And I'll show you how we're going to do that when I pick up the plaster tomorrow. I'm going to, well, I would have gone today, but Hobbytown is closed on Sundays. So I'm going to go to Hobbytown tomorrow, and I'm going to pick up some, I can't remember, I'll have to look and see what our, the names were either, well, I don't know, Super Strength, Hydrocal, or something like that. But I don't know which one it is when I get it. Some ones that come in those looks like milk jugs, the old paper milk jugs.
So, Great Northern says hello.
Hey, so I'm going to be picking up the plaster tomorrow. So I'm going to show you this system on how to do really easy casting. So simple to do. I've done them for creating buildings and terrain before, buildings for scenery terrain for like wargaming and things. I never really thought about putting it to use for model trains, but I was sort of thinking about it, I thought, well, it can't be any different. So I've got the right size. So what if you want to follow along on how to do it, what you got to have is you got to have a cookie sheet like this. This was $2 and I don't know, under $3. This is under $3 for this. This is all from Walmart, and you need magnetic tape. This is a 10-foot long double wide roll. So I'll be cutting it in half lengthwise like this. I'll be doubling it. So this is going to give me 20 feet of magnetic. And this is reusable and reusable and reusable and reusable. You'll see what I do with this when we get to the actual pouring plaster and stuff. You will need some styrene, some strip styrene, and I will, once I figure out the thickness and everything that I want to go with this, I'll let you know what type I use. I haven't done min scale before, so I'm not quite sure the thickness I need for walls. But once I do that, I will. I'll let you know. I'll have it tomorrow. So when we do the next live stream, I will have the thickness we need for strip styrene and this. So basically, all you need to do the kind of stuff I do with plaster without having to buy all that toxic mold making stuff.
OG Mark says hi.
Hi.
And Arsky says, aw man, no field trip today. Ha ha.
No field trip today. I might take you with us when we go down and get the stuff.
Yeah.
Well, no, I can't do that because you're in school tomorrow. We're going down tomorrow.
Oh.
So all you're gonna need, if you want to do, and this works for HO too. You can do it for HO. You might need a tray a little bit bigger than this. But I'm going to do it for in scale, and it's basically going to be the same thing. So if you want to make your own plaster walls, see, I've got some reason I started thinking about this is I started wanting to have some open lots on my Skid Row area that we're going to have partial buildings crumbling, like half like the second floor collapse in on itself. Well, that's really easy to make with plaster versus making the files, trying to print it, put it together. So I'll show you how to do all of this. It's so easy. So you need a cookie tray. If you're an HO, you're going to need the one that's not twice the size. This is good enough for in scale. This is a 13 by 2 inch by 9.2 inch. And this is magnetic tape. That is, it's the 1 inch. So they didn't have the smaller roll. The smaller roll comes in a 20-foot already, but I can just cut this in half and get what I need out of it. It's all they had in stock. But you can get the one that's a 1/2 inch wide. It'll come to be like 20 foot. So it's same price. So I'll just have to cut this down. That's all they had. But you want to get some magnetic tape. This, one of those old style milk jug plasters. I'll tell you what type it is once I see it tomorrow, because I can't remember if it's the hydrocal or the super strength. And the styrene. And once I get that tomorrow too, I'll let you know. That's all you're going to have to do plaster walls. And you can make any building you want to make using this technique. Bless you.
Excuse me.
I can't even tell you how many different things I made using this system. I even made like Pueblo buildings and really cool terrain that I wish I still had some of those. I can show you. I made some really cool terrain. And then I also did a background building, but it was HO. I did do one HO. It was a background building, but I think I got rid of it. I think I sold it. It was really cool because the cracking effect. Actually, I think we may even have a video of that. I don't know.
Do we?
I don't know. We do. But if not, I'm going to be starting on the news. And there's some different things I'll be doing with this anyway than what we had before. So if you want to follow along on how we do this, you'll need a plastic cup and a fork. If you want to use a metal fork that's an old one that you don't care about, or just get a small box of plastic forks, and you'll be ready to go. And I'll show you exactly how to do this. And so I was sitting there thinking about it, and I thought, okay, the plaster's white. There's some things I'm going to want having gray, so I did some quick looking, and you can tint the plaster before you pour it using just acrylic paint, which I like to use. So I'm actually going to be experimenting, doing some new things with it to save myself some time in the painting process. So you can tint the plaster any color you want. So we will be doing a whole bunch of really neat stuff. So if you want to catch up on this, we'll be starting this. Probably I'm going to start making stuff Tuesday. And by the time we get to our live stream on Friday, I'll have one building completely finished. I'll have one building that's mold and be ready to be taken out and glued together. And then I'll actually be showing you how to mix the plaster and the pour, because you got to do some certain things. You got to have some water with some soap in it as a releasing agent and all that to make it work right. But I'll show you all that. But it's so simple. You guys are going to love this. You're going to build tons and tons of stuff because you make window inserts to where when you pull this off, you take it off. You can just pop those out and you'll have your window openings. And we're going to 3D print our windows. But if you don't have a 3D printer, you can easily get real small styrene and just make your window frames and insert them. Or you can take your plastic that you put on the inside, your window glazing, line it up, mark it, paint your windowsill right on the window glazing where it looks like it's actually part of the window. So all kinds of simple ways of doing it. So we're going to be doing this next week. I'm going to be building so much stuff for the skid rows and for this wall over here. I was not happy with how the cracking and everything I had coming out. I'm trying to do this plastic. It really stunk. So the hard part's going to be actually prying this plastic off of here and replacing it with the mold, the plaster castings I made. So that's coming up. You guys will like that a lot. That's going to be really fun. Plus, staining plaster is a lot better for the kind of effects I do, looks really good when we're doing it. So, all right. So I'm going to hold up a few things for you to see on this camera right here, since it's the big one. I'm going to show you what I did as far as the weathering goes on some of the Skid Row buildings, and what I'm going to do with them today. I'm still not happy with the color that I picked out for it. I'm looking at it right now. I'm still not happy with the color I picked out for it, so I'm going to be changing that today, and I'm going to be painting the face of the third one today and weathering it down. I think I told you guys I was going to do a black paint wash over it to try to dirty them up and see if that was going to look good, and it looks really good. So the third one has to have that done. I'm going to be doing that today, plus painting the faces of the others, and I may be getting started on the 2-floor, 3-store one. So we're going to just get into all of that today, and then this is next week. You guys are going to love this. So, all right. Let me hold this up to the camera so you can see.
RC says, "Oh, the RC towers, haha."
Yeah, you can actually see it. You got the vertical set, so you can see the whole tower.
Yeah,
okay.
I can actually see it.
So here is the back of one of them. You can really see the streaks.
Okay, now I can focus it.
You can focus it. That is the camera.
Yeah.
The phone. So you can really see the streaks on that. Let me show you the side. You can see the side. You can really see the streaks on that. And then the other side, the one that's, now look down at the bottom of that too. You probably should be able to see it. I even put like the brown staining that's like stained the paint on that. That was a really easy process. I'll show how to do that here in a little while. And then of course, I got the front all painted and stained up, and it came out really good. I'm happy with all of that so far. So I've got a few things left to do on this. Of course, once all the signage goes on and all the details go on, these things are going to look like $1,000,000. So right now we just basically have the shell, and like I said, it just came out. I'm just really happy with it. So
Great Northern says this should be good stuff.
Yes, yeah. So I'm going to show you how to do all of that, and then once we get to the plaster work, you guys are going to want to do that. Trust me. It's going to be so much fun, and it's so easy. But I'll have to figure out how to pull this off. I'm hoping I can pull this off. Be able to get that on there. These are going out tomorrow, so this is the last time you're going to see these. If you actually see them in the camera lens or not, I don't know. The 4 auto racks are heading into the mail tomorrow, Tuesday at the latest. I'm hopefully going to drop them off my way to the hobby shop, but if not, I'll get them on Tuesday. So
Arsky says, "Bring it down a little, please."
Do what?
I said, "Bring it down a little, please." Because it was showing on this, but not on that. Could you re-show it on?
Oh, sure. I'll show it when I get over to the camera. I'll hold it up over here. So, well, actually, I'll do it on that. I'll do it on the horizontal, where you're at.
Yeah.
Because that way you can tell me if I need to be closer or further away or whatever.
Yeah, that's good.
That's good? Okay. So you should be able to see, we're on the horizontal one now, so just kind of repeating what I showed on the vertical. You should be able to see all of that weathering on there, the dark black streaks. I'm going to show how to do that along with all of this brown staining on the bottom. You can really see the brown staining right there. And that can be brown staining from a number of things. In the slums, they don't really care where they go to the bathroom and things. And, so it could be that, or it could just be dirt staining or whatever. I'm going to show how to do all of that. And then there was the front. And then there is the side. So you can see this, the black streaks really helped bring the texture down and bring the colors down and really make the texture stand out. So
Arsky says, "Thanks, nice."
Oh yeah, no problem. All right, so let's move over to, I'm going to do the black staining first that I have on the one. So you can probably see here the plate.
Hang on, I'm gonna have to switch over.
Well, I'll do it on mine. I'll be able to see it on mine to tell where I need to move things.
You want me to bring the camera over?
Nope. Just kidding. Okay, there we go. I'm on it now.
It was impressive. Arski says impressive.
Oh, thank you.
So should we leave the vertical here just on the trains?
Yeah, leave the vertical on the brakes. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be doing everything on the split screen on the horizontal for the working on it.
Get a better view there.
All right, so if you're with me on the horizontal, this is where I'm gonna be working, is on the horizontal one. Here is, this really came out, I'm really happy with this. I'll let this catch up. Well, it's quite the lag, quite the lag. Okay, now that's good. So, all right, so you can see the blue coming through on the paint. So we did the blue all the way around. I did the painting all the way around, brought it down. White still looks too clean now at this point. So what I want to do on this is I'm going to do the black wash on this whole thing. So yeah, that's pretty good right there. Okay. So what we'll do is I'll get the black to the liquid that it is, how I like to work with it. And then once we've done the black wash all the way around on this, then I'll pick out my colors for the front. So let's get the plate here. I'm going to get the waters changed, get my black water up front. All right, I'm going to try to kind of put this where it needs to be. All right, so let's see. I need to move away from the paints. I need to go more. I'll just turn this a little bit down. There we go. That should help. Let's see if that brings it a little more into view for you. All right. So just shaking up the black paint. You just got to just shake everything really, really well. Oh, I read the wrong way with the camera. So I need to go here. That should be better.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that better?
Yeah, I was trying to touch it on the camera, but
I just can't see on mine just yet. There's the lag.
yeah.
Let's see if that's better. Oh yeah, a little more back, I think. So that should bring the plate into view too. All right, so get the right paper towel view on the surface. Oh yeah, there we go. Perfect. Okay. So and so I'm going to bring it to about right here. We're going to be good. All right, so I'm going to get the black paint really thinned out, and I'll show you. Yeah. Right there. That should be brightness. There we go. Okay. So now I've got the blackest sort of ink cloth. But I'm gonna move this a little bit out of the way so I can set the building on it. So on the side right here. So I'm going to take it. I'm going to work from top to bottom. Yeah, because the cow's pretty good. All right. All right, so here we go. all I'm doing is I'm getting it kind of wet again. And just pulling some of the excess off the top. So I just get some good darker areas and, some nice streaking going on here. As I get towards the bottom, I release the pressure on the brush, and I just kind of like lift it so that it's staying dirtier at the bottom than it is at the top. Okay. That darkened that up pretty good. I like that. Let that dry for a second so I can handle it easier. Now I get a fresh clean paper towel.
Franklin Park Rail Fanning asks, how's it going with the layout?
It's going good. We're weathering today, and then I'm going to do some painting. I'm getting the old white, making it look a little old and grimy, and then we're going to put some brown on it down towards the bottom, like we did. What? I think people wouldn't see that whether it's on the vertical or what. Okay, we'll go ahead. What we're doing is we're going to try to get to a stage like this on the vertical. On the other building. So you can see how the streaks came out. I've got my brown staining on the bottom. The same goes here. We'll work at this other one. This building was different from the others because I did a lot of painting underneath. First coats were like if the building had been repainted years and years, over the years, different colors. So we've got green, we've got yellow, we've got blue underneath there, and then our final top coat of the white, which is where it's at today. And it's all okay. There it is. Okay. So now we are dirtying up the white because the white looks too pristine. That's just too bright. That looks good. So now we're just taking and
Franklin asks, where'd you get the trains?
the trains have been gifts. The ones that we have running right now, one was a birthday gift, one was and one was a Christmas gift. And the one that's idle right now that isn't running, it was last year's Christmas gift. Okay, so now we're gonna
Arsky says one Mississippi.
all right. Mine went to commercials. I just want to make sure the commercial was off, at least for me.
Yeah. So. To the vertical viewers, would you guys like to see Dad actually doing the weathering, or would you like it to stay on the trains? Just let us know in the chat.
Split screen.
Well, I can't do split screen.
Oh, you can't?
No, not on here. That's through the OBS.
Oh, we should just leave that as a trains, probably.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Just tell them, if they want to see what I'm working, we've got a split screen horizontal going.
Yeah, if you would like to see both the table and the running at the same time, go to our channel page, and we have a separate horizontal live stream that has both views of the layout and Dad's work desk. Oh no, I've ruined the building. Oh no, I've ruined it. I put black all over it. It looks awful now. What'd you do to it? I ruined it. How could you?
Oh yeah. Faith in the process, faith in the process. Oh, yeah. Oh,
let's see. Oh, Great Northern asks why two separate streams.
Because we have people that we have the two separate streams because we had people that wanted it watch on their TVs, and they said it was just kind of it was compressed too much. But this way, if they want to watch everything that's going, they can watch it. And it makes it a little easier to watch. The vertical, we just do the vertical because we have a lot of people that come in off of our verticals.
Yeah, we get a lot of new viewers off of it.
Off the verticals, yeah.
Vertical.
So, all right, look at that.
And Franklin's now over on the horizontal.
You can go back and forth. You get tired of watching me do this, you can go back and just watch trains run, listen to me doing commentary. When I'm thinking, when I'm in building mode, my brain goes out the window. All right, so I'm really happy with that. That looks really nice with that. So we've got one more wall to do right here, and then I'll do the brown along the bottom. That is looking nice and weathered and funny now. Yeah, I like that. That looks, yeah, in person it's really, really good. If I had a nice bright light on it, you'd really be able to see the stuff. What's being done to it.
Great Northern says, yeah, horizontal is the way to go.
Yeah, we're just using the other one to bring people in, and then we're just letting them know they can switch over to the horizontal if they want to.
Yeah.
So some people on their phones, the vertical is better. So
everyone here on the vertical stream, if you'd like to see an expanded view of this, a split screen with both the work desk and the layout, just check out our channel page, and we have the horizontal stream available there too.
yeah, it's on right now at the same time. Oh yeah, this is lining this up really, really good. I'm happy with this. There we go. And later I'll get my fine brush, excuse me, and I'll do some streaks on the corners of the windows coming down. I'll show you that on the other one.
RC says my brain never comes inside the building.
Really nice. I got some fantastic stuff happening up on top here. Down in the middle right here looks great. Now it's got this nice transition going here. I'm just going to take a little bit of this off. I really like this transition. I want to have a little bit of a, there we go. That's what I want. Just a little bit of the white getting back down to the white in a couple of spots. There we go. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll look really good on the layout. Okay, so the back is pretty well dry now at this point. I got a little bit of overage right here. So if it goes over, you just pull it down and off. That's all I gotta do. In fact, what happens is 9 times out of 10, you get some nice streaks that you didn't have there before.
John Anderson says, man, that's a really nice setup.
Well, thank you, John.
Yeah, thank you, John.
Okay, so now we got that. All right, hit the brush plane. We'll need to get the brown. So what we're doing now, I'll show you here. Get the other building. This is what I was talking about later. On this one, I will do this. I put the darker streaks right on the corners of the windows and thing. What we're going to do now is we're going to do the brown. It's down here along the base, all around the foundation where dirt bounces back up. This looks really good right here. It's got this staining like, water had bounced, like rain had bounced and stuff had splashed up, but then it ran off, but left that dirty ridge. It came out really, really nice. So we're gonna try to get that. I need to do that on this one, and I need to do it on this guy too. This one, back on this one really came out great. You can see all the extra streaking I did here, from all the weathering. That came out really wonderful. If you don't mind, we're gonna have our, fire escapes across here. Along with the ladders going down, and we'll have the weatherhead from electric service coming up, probably like right on the corner or something, maybe right here. And then on the back of the lot, we'll have the antennas going across, or not the antennas, the power poles going across with the, lines dropping down to them. We'll probably put the gas meter about right here. This has got, I've got to change this. I'm not happy with this color right here. It's way too bold. I like the gray that I got down at the bottom. When you compare it to the other one I'm working on.
John Anderson says, I love this live.
Oh, well, thank you, John. So you see down here, this weathered up beautifully. I have yet to weather the bottom part of this. I just have the basic gray in. I'm just not happy with this color right here, so I'm going to pick a different color for that. Plus, I've got to do a color, which I'm going to do here just a little bit in front of this one. So we'll get them all looking like, I'm probably going to, one of these is probably going to be like a sagey green. I'm probably going to do like a sagey green on this one right here. That's just a really like a light brown green. So I'll probably do that. And then down below, I might go with, I don't know, maybe a cream color down below or something. But this one definitely, I got to do something with that. That's not working for me at all as far as the color goes. If you put it next to this one, let's see, it goes like this, and then this.
MLW says, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Did I say the I love this live message?
No.
John says, I love this live.
Oh, well, good. Yeah.
Yeah, glad to hear, John.
So this right here is just not working. So I'm actually, man, maybe I'll change. This is where this one sits, because it has the two sides that have no windows. So I'm going to try to do something that's complementary to that right there. Maybe I'll put the sage green on this one, so that way we kind of have a bluey green and a sage green and something in between. So I think the sage green is going to work really good for that. So anyway, I'm going to sidetrack. I'm going to go to the brown now. I'm going to put this on these two. These two do not get it yet. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to do this right here. I'm going to put that brown all the way around the edges, and I'll show you how we do that.
Uh-oh. Looks like, let's see. YouTube's having a problem. YouTube Studio.
With what?
RSK says, RSK, the messages are, some of the messages are coming through on a vertical screen as well.
Oh, yeah. So if you guys don't see what we're responding to, it's because it's on the vertical. If you're watching on the horizontal, you won't see it. So,
let's see. John says, my dad gave me a train set when I was a kid. It was little, might have been that size or smaller back in the 70s.
Oh, okay.
Okay. That's really cool.
Yeah, I do believe N scale has been around since the 70s. I know it's been around a long time, because this is N scale. Okay, so.
Anfield says, hi everyone, just got the stream on and airbrushing.
Oh, cool. I'm doing some paint today too. All right, so I'm going with the honey brown. That's what I'm using for, yes. That's what I'm using for the brown along the bases. And I'll show you how we get that stage. So I'm moving the black water out of the way, and I'm moving in the brown water. Okay. So I'm just going to put a little bit out on the plate. And then we'll get everything set back up.
Arski says, I am having split screen. I'm watching split screen.
Okay, so then he's watching the horizontal.
Yeah, you're watching the horizontal.
So the vertical, we're getting comments in on it too. So that's, if you miss a comment, that's what's going on. Is we have 3 live streams going at the same time. All right. So what we're going to do now is, this takes a little bit to work it. So we're going to start putting the brown staining along the bottom and up the corner. And then what I'm going to do is, I think one of these buildings is going to get like vines going up the side. And I don't know if I'll do that. I'm not probably, Depends on if I want to get to working on the other one, but I might do the vining coming up just using the green grass fine turf and a little bit of glue. So I'm probably gonna, I might do that. Let's see, which is the center building? This is the center building. So once I get one completely done, I know I'm kind of finished with it, then I might do the vining on there. Otherwise, I'm gonna go to work on the building that has the fleet. All right, so what I do is I've got the ground to an 8 consistency, just like before. Okay, so we've got just a little bit on the brush.
RSD says now a commercial.
Now, of course, okay. So I'll wait for a sec. It's gonna be random for everybody, for whenever they started as far as that goes. But you're not gonna miss it. I'm gonna be working my way all the way around the building, so. All right, here we go. So I'm just gonna start putting the ground down here on the bottom. A little higher in a couple spots, a little lower. Into the corners. Just do it like that. Okay, so now get the brush clean. And get wet, nice and wet. And now we're gonna take it and we're gonna fit it. You'll see what's gonna happen here in just a sec. Okay, now I dry the brush, get all the water out of it. Now you want to pull this out right here, leaving that nice top ridge line like that. This top area, the stain line. You just want that to be kind of light. That's for like I said, for like it's raining and spray, it bounces up. Just like that. All right, that gives us a great stain line right there. Now what you need to do is you got to get the paint back on the brush. And we've got to come closer to the bottom. And we're going to just dab some back on the bottom. I've got to get it refitting here. It's already creating that beautiful dark line right up there as it's drying. So I just got to get it down the bottom too. I'm just thinning the brown down a little bit here. All I'm doing is getting it down to that water consistency. And we're just going to come back in and right along the bottom here. We're just going to add a few spots here and there, bringing it up, but leaving that area between the line and the bottom brown that we're putting in. I'm just dabbing with the corner of the brush. I'm going to come up the side in this area a little bit and right here.
RSD says dab, dab, dab.
Dab, dab, dab. Yeah. All right. So now we're going to just come in. I've cleaned the brush off. And we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to take some of it back off.
Okay, crochet lady. You won't be able to comment or live chat on the TV, and there's an option you have to enable to get live chat to pop up on the horizontal view on the TV. It looks like a little comment button.
And now I'm going back in a little more brown, taking a couple spots, not much, and putting the last brown in on this side. There we go. All right, so now this line's a little harsh for me in a couple of spots. You don't want it to be perfect like that. So my paintbrush is pretty well clean. So now I'm just going to scrub some of that line away like that. And let that brown blend up some into the side of the building. Just dab it on there. There we go. You know what's funny? Nobody, I'm talking again. Nobody's ever going to see this. This wall right here is between two buildings. Nobody's ever going to see it, but I always do the same thing on every side of the building I do. It always gets the same treatment. So, all right, I'm really happy with that. I'll hold this up here so you can see it a little bit better. We'll try to get that right there. I'll take a look here. Get the water. It's not reflecting on it. See if we can see if this comes up. Yeah, you can pretty well see it there. I'll shift it a little bit, see if we can get some of the darkness. There you go. Now you can see now you can see it. Okay. So that's what we're doing all the way around on all the sides. And you can leave it, up to your imagination as to what caused that stain. Now we're going to do the back of it. We're doing exactly the same thing, but we're doing it on the back. So. All right, here we go. Okay, yeah. What are we gonna do?
All right, we're moving the vertical view over here to the trying to think where I could put it.
You put it, we'll have to span the tracks. On the first two tracks, so you could probably put it. Hang on. There.
There.
Or no, we're gonna clear. You can go to, that's all right. Like that, and then you can aim it down.
Yep. All right, John. Clear. Very clear.
So now we're just doing the same thing we did on the other side. Look at what it did to that door. That's just beautiful right there. Beautiful dirt. Beautiful grind. That little ridge line that you get, that stain line, it's so excellent. I mean, it's just, I've done it on so many different things. I mean, you can see what it did here. It just looks old. And now I've got it coming around. It's doing that. When I get done doing all the bottom like this, the bottom edges like this, all the way around, I will come up the corners and we'll add some up the corners too. And now we're just gonna go in here and I'm just gonna get rid of some of the hard parts of those lines. Bring the brown up a little bit. There we go. Yeah, that's just really, really good. And this is so much, okay, again, I've used airbrush for a lot of things. You are never, ever gonna get this kind of an effect with an airbrush. Because of this line drawing like this, it's just virtually impossible. This is still something you're gonna have to do with a paintbrush. So just, bear that in mind. Now I'm gonna take some of this out right here. This allows you to really just customize the whole thing the way you want it. And that's just perfect. I'm really happy with that. That side looks great. You can see what it did around the damage to the building right here. It really accented it. It came right out around the corner. We're feeling really good right here. I'm going to thin this out just a little bit. There we go. Now we're going to come down this other side right here. We're going to do the same thing here.
Crochet Lady Arsky says hi.
Hi. Have they joined us on a different feed?
I'm communicating between the vertical and horizontal feeds between them.
Oh,
Crochet Lady asked me to say hi.
Oh, okay.
The Arsky Great Northern.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So now we're just going to the last bit right here. Same thing. We're going to go up a little bit in a few spots, down along right there. You can kind of see what we're doing. Now we're going to get the brush nice and wet, because then we're going to drop it in like that. Look really, really good and wet. And then dry brush now, like we did before. Pull that off. Just leaving that top ridge of the stain. There we go. All right, so now we're going to put it back along the bottom. Building that up again. Yeah, that looks really, really good. Not going up as high the second time. And then the same process. Get it nice and wet. And then we'll pull the paint off with the dry brush. Get those out. There we go. Nice. Yeah, that'll dry up beautifully. It'll dry up like the bottom of that one. Yeah, that's exactly what we want. And that right there. So this is doing pretty good. All right, so now I'm gonna come up the corners a little bit. Oh, first thing I gotta do is really get the brush dry and scrub like I did before. Scrub some of that top line away, that top stain line away. Just kind of blend up and out. Like that. There we go. Yeah, that'll do it. All right. So now we're gonna get. I'm gonna put some right up this corner right here and that corner right there. This is the side that's gonna face the camera the most when we're filming. Which you'll see the most is gonna be the back of this. The camera will be on the outside of the layout back there, shooting through the bridge, that big bridge build. You'll see this area back behind. So I'm always paying a little more attention to the back side of the building.
Archie asks, how did you and June do last week at the show at the building?
Oh, we did all right. So he asked how we were doing with the show, how we did with the show at the building. We took about 30 of the little buildings with us, just primered, ready to go. Nothing like this. And we only came back with 2. And the ones we came back with were the Z scale. We sold out of all the so we did all right. And we sold decent amount more of my dad's collection. Not a lot. I mean, there weren't a lot of people buying a lot. But we did really good for what we were doing. Okay, that looks great. The dirt's come up right here. We're going to do the same thing on this other corner. And then I'll move to the other one. I want to say this building for the 3 sides is pretty much done. I mean, that just looks, I just love that. All I've got left to do here is paint the trim and the column and then take my colors for the front. So let's come up, let's see. Looks like I did that side. Let's come up which side. And what this to me simulates is dirt and stuff catching, coming down the building like from above, and settling in the areas where the paint is higher, where it's worn off, versus the top layers. So that's kind of what I'm trying to accomplish right there, is get that kind of an effect. And again, I mean, this is just, you can either do this or not. It's not going to make your layout any different, any of your buildings any different. You can make them look just as good with less work. I just like putting this extra stuff on here.
RSK says, good to hear, and thank you again for picking up the passenger car story.
You are more than welcome. Glad we could find a good deal for you. That bottom the brown kind of faded out a little bit on me, but it's doing good there, so I'm happy with that. I just want to add a little more on the back, because again, like I said, this is going to be this is the money side of the build right here, so to speak. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put a little bit of the brown right up in here. Dirt in the air when it rains, dust storms, whatever, dirt collecting up on top, catching up there on the very tippy top of that thing. If I don't like it when I do it, I will take it off. Actually, I kind of like that. Yeah, I think I will wind up leaving that. So now if you can imagine, we'll have black fire escapes, all rusted and everything on here. The weatherhead coming up right here, wires coming off right here to the building, gas meter right here, or gas lines coming in right here. Um, these fire escapes will have all kinds of garbage on them and stuff. They'll probably have like a lawn chair, maybe some people sitting on them. The ones they don't climb in and out of to get to the fire escape will have window air conditionings in place. It'll be all rusted and old looking all the way around. So you can see there's going to be a lot to be done to these, but it's looking really good so far. I'm really happy with how this came out. This looks like the kind of weathering I like to do coming off my cars, the way I do my cars. The same with that. All right, so let's get him out of the way for just a little bit. Let's compare.
Our street says beats in gold coloring is bottom. Ha ha ha.
Gold coloring.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see how we did here. That's really good. They did really well together. In fact, I like the top of this one. I'm probably gonna have some little brown coming up a little further on my corners and the top of that one now.
Particularly because I like the top you just did.
Yeah, I do too. And then you can see the brown there on that. And in comparison to that. So it's moving along just fine. So I'm gonna put this guy off to the side for a little bit. We'll come back to do his front as soon as I get. We'll go to this one and we'll work the dirt into this one along the edge, along the bottom edge like we just did. And then we'll deal with that stupid looking color up on top.
She says Spider-Man hanging upside down.
Well, we will have Spider-Man on our big tall towers, but
You think Northern says they look great.
thank you, Great Northern. All right, so let's do what we were doing. Let's get this side, this, and this. Won't take us too long. Just thin the brown out just a little bit. Like we've been doing, the nice thin water. Okay, so here we go. Using just a corner of the brush. Make it up a little bit taller here on this one like that. And again, this is the wall you're never going to see. So there you go. I'm going to just get some water here and thin it. Drop it right onto that. Now, by the brush. That will start to develop that top line again. I think let's see here. I'll make it a little thicker down here. Oh, I forgot to mention, I did want to thank, in case anybody didn't see it Friday, I want to thank all the supporters, all our members that are part of our membership program. And I want to thank the two that we put up on our wish list on Amazon. Not thinking it really going to amount to anything, but we had two of our viewers, subscribers, picked out 2 engines. Each one picked out an engine and they're being shipped to us. So you're going to get to see some great new motor power here pretty soon. If you don't know anything about this, we have it, notices about it up on our posts page. You can actually see the pictures of the engines that were coming. That was just tremendous. I know you guys are getting tired of looking at the same engines, but it's like, where do we put our money? And our money has been in getting the stuff to get the layout going. And I haven't been able to get much as far as the motor power goes. So gotta just say a huge thank you about that, for those engines. There's a link on that page, on all those posts to the wish list. So,
Strange Plays and Automobile says, wow, I finally see it. Nice.
oh, good. I think it's nice after you get some good water, it has the brown already built up in it, you can just, you don't even have to go to the paint. You can just use the water that's in the cup, and it'll do the same exact thing for you.
I asked, how did you get that way? Because I'm losing people not gaming. If I started the join thing, I would be dead.
As far as the membership goes, or
Yeah, I think so.
we just had to stick with it. There were so many times we just wanted to give up on it because just we weren't sure anybody was even enjoying what we were doing. But we just had to put trust in the process that people were enjoying it, and I from some of the comments and some of the messages we get privately and stuff, it seems like people really are. So my suggestion is just don't give up. You know,
This is Jeff.
Jeff.
Yes.
Oh,
He changed his username.
oh, okay. From what to what?
He just NCO layout, I think, to Strange Plays and Automobile.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. It's just sticking with it.
Yeah.
I mean, there will be highs and there will be lows, and as long as you stick with it, it works out.
We tried for the longest time to get to 5,000 subscribers. And the last 100 subscribers seemed to be an eternity. But it got there. You know, we didn't panic. We didn't, oh, it's terrible. Nobody likes us. And we just stuck with it. Okay, that was looking pretty good. Pretty good with that. So that's all I can say. Just stay with it.
He says, well, I'm getting off YouTube because I started out with the Facebook page and I get way more people.
Well, that's the thing is Facebook. I advertise a lot on Facebook on channel. So we have gotten a number of people to come over from Facebook to here. So it can be a nice go with. I wouldn't say give this up. Just make the two complementary to each other. Use one, do the other.
Speaking of which, you ought to post some on the Facebook, please.
Yeah, I haven't done that in a while.
No.
All right, I need a little more brown. Where'd my brown go? Where's my brown? Where's my brown? There he is. Excuse me. All right, I've got a commercial going, so. But like I said, you can come back in and see it at any time. I have a bigger area here that I've taken paint off of. So that's why I'm putting a little more time here trying to get that to really blend in and look good. Otherwise, I would have already been on to the next side. So I think I pretty much got it with that now. Okay. Now we're going to go to this side.
Let's see. Great Learning says you get a lot of memories from all the shows you do. I see you get a ton of likes on them or subs.
We do. We do get a decent amount of subscribers off the short videos. So the thing to do is just to try all the different video types that you can do. There's basically three. You got your long videos, your horizontals, you got your shorts, and then you got your live stuff. So the thing to do is just keep at it with all of them. And like I said, the biggest part, most important part is you just don't give up. And everything we read, all the other major, not train related, but just major streamers that was the biggest thing they had to overcome was just to not give up. There we go. Back's looking pretty good. You want them all to look a little different. You want them to be exactly the same. So I'm not going to do much on that. So I'm going to call that one good at that point. So we're going to come around to this other side right here and do it. Almost got all the dirt parts done. I can start working on doing the faces of the buildings and trying to figure out colors. But I tell you, the front of this one is just terrible. I don't like the color. As I said, one little bit, so that's definitely going to be addressing that issue. Oh, hey, Willow Creek. How you doing? Been a while since we've seen you. Oh, welcome back. All right, so again, I'm going in, I'm just kind of breaking that line up so it's not just a solid line. There we go. Well, that looks good. And pretty happy with that. That looks nice. Stains all the way up the wall there. All right, so let's tackle these corners. And I do just about done. Oh yeah, I did tell her about that. Arsky. She thought that was pretty funny. Yeah, I'm just coming up like where the dirt would catch, where the paint is a little thicker in areas still before it's been faded out or broken off. All right, pretty good. Get this corner right here. And like the other one, this will get the fire escape on the back, air conditioners, window air conditioners, weatherhead, and gas line. So that's still got a lot of work to be done here, as far as the details go. That's drying nicely. That stain line is really drying well. Same on the back. I think I will go ahead and do this up here like I did the other one. A little bit of dirt right around the top. Those little stain lines up there will dry nicely. All right. Take a look here. If I'm happy with this. Yes, I am. Now, when I put the air conditioners on, the window air conditioners, I will, of course, streak rust underneath, coming down so that it will, because obviously, the water that comes out will be rusty water, and will do a little orange staining. So we'll have that wherever, we'll probably put at least one air conditioner window on each level. With the other one is the one that they crawl out of to get onto the fire escape where all the junk will be. We'll have like a awning set up, maybe coolers, all kinds of stuff up there. So whatever window that doesn't have all that, we'll put the air conditioner in place, and that'll take care of that.
You hit 5,020 subscribers.
55020, huh?
Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you, everybody, for subscribing.
Yes, thank you very much.
All right, we're going to deal with this nonsense right here. I just could not get that. I cannot get that looking the way I wanted it to do. So I'm going to go over and I'm going to pick a couple of colors out of my bags. I wonder. No. No. Okay, so let's see what's on there. I got a big bag full of paint. Well, let's see what we got.
RSG says it's hard enough for me to do this in HO scale. It's just impressive to see you do this in N.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
What do we got here? Oh, that's a bit bright. Well, celery. Celery shoot. There you go.
Is that the color?
That's what it's called. Yeah,
That's
celery shoot. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Let's see what's in this one. No. These are metallics. That's not going to work. Of course, there is lime tree, so I might think about that. Ooh. What the color is this? Dutch aqua. It's still good.
Can I see it?
Yeah, look at that blue.
Ooh, nice.
That might be a good blue.
Yeah.
That is a possibility. Can't find my sages.
Oh.
I want a sage, and I can't find it. Well, I still got a little bag to go back over here. And there's a bunch of shelves. I'm just going to down here, look on my shelves. I'll be right back, everybody. Just going looking through my paints. What is this? Kiwi. Oh, I did get color.
Yeah.
Here's cloudless. That might be good. Still can't find those pages.
Now we'll have a run going up tonight, won't we?
Oh, yeah, a run?
If you want to mention it, one of the walk arounds.
Oh, yeah, I'll do that. Maybe see if I can find some paper here. Yeah, I shall do that. I gotta get 2 colors. Okay, what I'm gonna do. Oh, there's this. Ooh. Sea black.
That sounds good.
That is good. So, share everybody and if there's any consensus on what a color should be. All right, so found some decent colors. Oh, we are putting a video up tonight, a long form video tonight. It's one of the layouts at the last train show. It's a full walk around of the layout. I point out all the little highlights and stuff, the Easter egg things they do. And they were done before they were running, so you get to actually just see the layout. We got plenty of videos that have the runs. Have the runs.
Yeah.
We have. Yes. Okay, so this is a good color here. I like this color. This is called sea glass. I like that. That's a really nice kind of a. It's compared to the other buildings. It's kind of have to go off of this. I don't want to have anything too close to these. So,
Willow Creek says, just been busy working on my layout.
oh, good. All right, so I think I like this. I like this blue is really pretty too. So maybe let's see, let me put these in order the way they're supposed to be. This goes here, this goes here, this goes here. But
Great Northern says, not sure I want to watch the videos with the runs.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Did I read Willow Creek? About they've been working on.
yeah, they've been working. Yeah, that's always a good thing to do.
Yep.
Before all this stupid yard work comes to play.
Hey, if you want to post another update on your layout in our community, feel free to.
All right, so what do you think? What do you think about this? Let's see. We got the sea glass. We could put that there. We could put the cloudless right there. Of course, they're going to get dirtied up, faded down, all that good stuff. So we're just looking for a base color right now. Kind of like these. Better than that. I think this one's too bold. This aqua sky. I just think that's too bold. But here is. This is kind of a cool color too, though. This is a mossy green. It's going to make it darker like this. It's one of the darker hues. But it would have to be in place of that. So I don't want to have two greens. So that mossy green is pretty good. Well, I guess worst case scenario is I put on there, but I don't like it, I can put the other one on top. So I could put this one here and I could do this one there. That might be pretty good. We'll give that a try. All right. Well, I still got to pick out a color down here. I'm probably just going to go with a cream color of some sort. Oh, maybe the light mocha. See, that would be this and this together on this building. That might look really good, actually. But have those two for that one. And then we could go with the mossy green and I've already got the gray already here, so it would be with that. That actually might look pretty good. Let's give that a try. Okay. I don't like it. Ain't over it. I mean, all these guys, this is the bad part is I start looking for all my colors and I start running out of table space. I try to keep the ones I'm working with up here so that if I need to touch something up, I'm not searching through everything to try to find them again. So I can get rid of some of these bold colors because things like this are obviously not going to work. Most of the colors I saw when researching rundown areas, most of the colors were very muted. This is not muted. Most of the colors are muted, nothing like this. So I think this will work. All right, let's give this a try. All right, so let's get rid of this big, ugly color to start off with. I don't know how old some of these paints are, so I'm going to really shake them well.
Crochet Lady says, my vote is for the mossy green. I think the light blue would wash out.
Yeah, the mossy green is, but I've got to have two colors. The light blue is going to be the top one on this one, I think. That and the mocha. I think these two right here together will be this end, the end building here, and this mossy green will be this guy right here. All right, how do these dry? That's good. All right, so I don't need him anymore. I can put him over here where he's protected. And I don't need this one for right now. That'll be good. Oh, that's drying up beautifully. You can see there how all the brown gave me my water staining along there. That's just perfect. Okay, so we got that. Even though you're never going to see that side, it's still perfect. All know it's there. The thing is, I'm not going to ever glue any of these buildings down. So if I decide I want to change them, and I want to demolition some buildings and put another open lot, I can do that, and I can place these anywhere because they'll all be completely weathered all the way around. That's good. Oh, that's very good. And that's very good. Okay, so let's see if we can correct this ugly front. All right, we'll put this right here on the plate now. Ooh, that's a nice color. Let's see, I actually have a cup of green paint, blue and green paint, so we'll switch it for the water. All right, let's get some of this green. I need it a little thicker, so I'm not going to go too thin with it. Let's go back to, let's see here, we'll get this paper towel here. I think this is going to be a good color. Make sure I'm just paint on my fingertips before I pick up the back. All right, so let's see how we do. Mold paint. Right now, it's going to take multiple photos. In fact, I don't think I should try to thin it at all. Well, this is going to be a really good muted color then. G is Halloween. Green and orange. I think that's going to be fine if I get that orange completely covered. Okay. Get I know it's on top here. Get the other ones like, yes, took off. And we'll get that and that, and we'll get the back side of this too. Now I'm going to change brushes out. And we'll do this here. We'll cover that. I'm not going to use any thin paint. Just going to do a drag wash down. And when I get done sanding and putting all my light and dark highlights and dirt and filth on here, everything will be nice and even. Gotta be careful not to roll over the edge. I'll probably paint these little bits some other color, these like cornices and stuff. All right. That's right. That right now. Flip this around. This. I like that. I do. Even though I still see some of the orange kind of dragging out, you tell I like the color better than what was there. If it seems too dark, when I get it on there, I can always add a little white to it. And I may do a different color for the trim here, because I need a color for the trim around the windows and doors. So I think I'll wait on doing that, because I can always come back to the green if I want to. I'm gonna get, let's give me that idea just yet. I want to get, I do want to get up in here at least nullify this orange. It's in the windows. Let me really dry up. They'll probably still do the window frames a different color, but this way everything matches for now. And of course, I'll hit it all with my sanding block to give it that faded look. But some of the orange will actually come back through once I do that. It might not be bad because it can look like it was bricked or something before.
Christianity says, have you seen all the Asheville buildings in Ouray, Colorado? Looks like an Easter basket. I really like how that green looks. When you sand, won't some of that orange come through?
I just answered that one. Yes.
Oh, did you just answer that?
I just said that the orange will come through when I sand it. And yeah, and it's U-ray.
U-Ray.
I once went through U-ray in the middle of winter with a blizzard. And I got behind a semi and I stayed there. It was a 2-lane highway. And it was a sheer drop off, a couple thousand feet straight down on one side and cliff straight up on the other side. And the road conditions were absolutely terrible. So I just got behind the semi and I stayed there. And that was a pretty harrowing ride. I think they call that place Swiss America because the buildings look like they were from Switzerland. Okay. That's looking really good. I'm not even really minding the orange coming through. It looks like it was painted once before. And so I may wind up leaving it like that. And then, well, I need to put a little more on so that if I do sand it, it'll work out all right. All right, so I'm gonna leave that for right now. I'm gonna take the black, I still got the black wash here, so I'm gonna take the black wash and put it over this. Or maybe I should pick out my color for my trims first, and then I pick out my color for the trim first. All right, let's go with, let's go with, I don't know. What is this? Burlap. That'd be a good trim color. Let's go burlap. Now I'll hold this up so you guys can see it in the light a little better. So here's what's happening with the colors so far. Then for you, we're about to put burlap on here. I think it's going to be enough of a difference. Yeah, it is. Damn you. My razor blades. There it is. Back to my neutral color water. Shake it up really well. This I'm not going to thin. Oh yeah, that's definitely the color off the side. Okay. Okay. So I think just gonna get comfortable here somehow. I'm a little stiff and sore today. The last fish fry we did, I kind of tweaked my back a little bit. I picked up a table. It was only about I don't know 6-8 foot long. I don't know what it was. But anyway, I picked it up and as I was, I got it in the middle, and as I was turning it sideways, as I was turning it moving into position, there's no weight to it. It's when I turned. So needless to say, I lost almost all of yesterday taking naproxen and a muscle relaxant. I lost the entire day. I'm still pretty stiff and sore today. So, all right, I've got to bring my magnifier over. I'll try to keep it out of your guys' way. It's not going to work. I'll just do it by eye. Okay. So, let's see here. We're gonna. I wasn't even sure we were going to live stream today because this was taken so much. I wanted to get these done because I want to get into that plaster thing I was talking about at the beginning of the live stream. I want to get into that this week for sure. But I've been kind of wanting to get these guys finished. These first three finished. Yeah, that's a good color. Well, all the neutrals and everything on this. So it's pretty good. All I'm doing is just catching the tops of all the frames. Oh yeah, it was just a rough day yesterday. Emotional actions are what knocked me out. I was went to bed. Didn't go to bed, but I mean I was downstairs watching some shows. I fell asleep. Next thing I know, it's 10 o'clock at night. Uh, basically, yesterday was just a complete blank. I was hoping to get a lot of this done yesterday, but it just didn't happen. But that was it. That was the last fish fry for the season, obviously, with Easter coming next week. So, no more of that until next year. The reason I'm going ahead and get this done is that way when I do the black wash on the front, I can weather this up at the same time. It just saves effort. Archie says, wow, looking good. Thank you, Archie. This is starting to dry up here. I'll be able to do the next coat here just shortly. Okay, all right. I think I'm gonna leave. What did I do on the other one? About the color down. Maybe I'll paint this whole area right here. Both these windows are gonna be boarded over. The only thing that's gonna be here, theoretically, is this entrance goes to the stairs that go to the apartments upstairs. But the businesses haven't been in business for a very long time. So most of the businesses that we're gonna have are either gonna be boarded up or have fencing over the windows or something to keep you out, with the only thing access to just being the pass through to the stairs to the apartment. So yeah, the screen is definitely gonna be a much better color. We get another coat on there. Okay. I gotta get a steady hand here. Doesn't have a molding here on the top of the frame, but I want a little bit of an accent color right here. There we go. That's pretty good. So I think I'll do the same thing on the bottom of the window frames. You really do that with turn it over. I like working. Like you just don't drag into your paint that you don't want to touch. There we go. These two little areas right here. There we are. So now I can see I've got to finish the frame though. Perfect. There we go. All right. I think that's make sure I got all the little edges and everything here and there and everywhere. Perfect. Okay. What is my accent color? You know, I may just go ahead and do the trim this color too. Um, this right here, after I get done painting the green, that might look good, bringing the whole thing up a little bit. Along with these little cornice things, whatever they all are, I can't remember what those things are. Um, but they're right here. Yeah. That way, when I do the black wash, it'll take care of those pieces as well. Okay. That's looking good. I think. Yeah, it's done. I got my green lights there. So let's go ahead and swap this out. And let's get the green. And let's get a second coat non-thin down. There you go. I think that's pretty good. When I sand it, it'll get rid of all the ridges and everything from the paint. That's yeah. Okay. So I think I'm gonna do. I don't think I need any more green than that. I think that'll be fine. They compare. Oh yeah, that's fine. You see how dark this is? That's because that has the whole black wash over it and everything. So now I'm gonna do the same thing right here. I'm gonna do the black wash over that and dirty it up. And then we'll sand this up here and do the black wash on there a little bit later. Now that I've got this on here, I think I'll go ahead and put the rest of the trim color on. That should do it. As for the thin brush. Yeah. Holding my breath a lot. And we'll put some sign here of some sort and we'll have it all beat up and maybe some bullet holes in it or something. Uh, and of course, the windows will be papered over. And if we paper it over from the inside, we'll put some old signs there. Maybe like either whatever the business was or some product that goes with it for the business. And then paper it over from the backside so you can't see in. Maybe even have broken window effects, something like that. So we'll really do it up. Get back to my green here because I saw a few areas right here where the orange was coming through on the side. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So all we got to do on this one is going to be the black wash. You can see where we're at. Side's done with the water staining at the bottom. Back is done with all of the staining there and all of the faded areas. Staining there, all that done. And finally, a good color that I'm happy with. Just got to make this mucky down here. And we'll have that done. So then this guy right here. Trying to handle this thing without taking any of my paint off prior to getting it dull coated. I think that's pretty good. Oh, that looks really good with that blue. Yeah, I'll show you guys when it's all done. I got to bring it back over anyway to do the black wash, but it's definitely a much better color. Okay, so I said, I'm going to do cloudless and light mocha. I think I'm going to do The cloudless up above and the white mocha down below. Yeah, I think that'll work. Well, is it a big difference? Yeah, oh yeah, it's definitely a different color than the blue that was on there previously, so we're okay.
Alright. Or she says, do I know CPR? Hey, I got CPR, basic CPR training when I was in third grade.
I can't remember any of it.
Probably not.
Yeah.
I remember they used, another one bites the dust.
Oh, that,
That's the beats for that,
oh,
yeah.
what a terrible song.
I know.
Absolutely terrible song to teach CPR to. For grade school?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's just lovely.
Yeah. Yeah, it was the fire department, they came out and.
I think that I could have found a song that had a better beat.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, this is definitely gonna be a different blue over the blue that I did as my undercoating blue, so that'll work fine. So let's see here, I'll go to my neutral color. Since these paints have been really thinning up, I think I'm just gonna go with,
Ethan says hi.
hi, Ethan.
How you doing?
Okay, yeah, it's definitely gonna be a different blue than the blue that was on there that the white covers. This will be good.
This is good.
Good.
Good, glad to hear.
Let's just get this. I don't have a lot of thin paint. So. And again, because we had a primer of a dark gray, all paint that goes on it darkens up naturally. I was thinking about even using a black for the primer, but I figured this dark gray would probably be good enough for an undercoating, and it is. I'm happy with it.
Well, she says staying alive too.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Now that one I can see more
Uh-huh.
as a theme song for doing it versus another one bites dust.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pumping on their chest. Going. You get some of the drink. You want anything?
I got mine down here.
Oh, sure.
Want to make sure you give any of the buildup around the windowsill flattened. This is just the first coat. So I think the gray is going to make this a nice blue, nice kind of old blue. So that's going to be pretty good. So while I'm waiting for that to dry, I'm going to go ahead and paint the light mocha down below. That's dried up beautifully. That has two. That's looking really good. I love the staining on this one. It'll be a really good, good one on the layout. So again, if you like what you've seen, I encourage you to like and subscribe and hit the notifications, especially this week. When I start working on that plaster, that's a really cool project. You're probably going to want to not miss out on that. So if you haven't, you might want to do the liking and subscribing and all that stuff. Okay. I don't think I'm going to use that. Maybe extend just a tiniest little bit. But I got a piece of trim here that wraps around the building. I'm going to do a different color, so I'm just going to do the area below the trim. And then I'll figure out a color for that later. Just trying to get the base colors on this right now. Oh, I kind of like that. Blue and what is this called? Light mocha? Yeah, light mocha. Good color. All right, so I got to get it back behind there, so that's going to take a smaller brush. I'm just going to kind of drag this along right here. I'm going to let some of those other colors come through. If you look right here, we've got some great fading and stuff happening with all the stains. So I know this, I'm going to really weather this down anyway, so I don't have to put a whole lot of effort into the door just yet. That'll come with the weathering, so I'm just going to kind of do it very lightly and let that gray come through. We're going to want to have that happening anyway. There we go. That's pretty good. Little fading of spots. So if I want to make this, I want to do it this pillar out part right here. I don't know. I don't see any comments right now. Gabe left to go get something to drink. We'll have to catch up as soon as he gets back. So I don't see any coming in because I'm on the stream that doesn't have as many people watching it, so I don't think there's really any comments coming in right here. So we'll just have to wait. There's a column here too. Yeah, look at that. Look at how that all works together right there. Just paint that a gray, that concrete stoop. Make that a different gray. That's looking pretty good. Let's. I'm not seeing any comments, so maybe I need to catch up if there are any. Okay.
Little Gage Collector is here.
Oh. Welcome.
Says I just reached 121 subscribers.
Oh, good for you.
And Archie says just because I'm certified doesn't mean I want to use it. LOL. That's what I tell my patients at the hospital.
But if you have to, you can. I took all those classes back in high school, I'll tell you right now. I'll remember any of it. That was 40 odd years ago. Get inside the window frame all the way around. Good. All right. All right. Maybe I'll just make it the same. I'll paint it the same color for now. If I want to change it later, I can. Maybe I should have made a barber shop and done like candy cane round thing. So I identified as a barber shop with this big hole out here.
Let's see. Gauge Collective says, I'm probably going to try my first stream on my channel for my N Gauge Railway. Have any advice on streaming?
Go vertical to start off with. You'll get a lot more driven to your stream that way. And a lot of them will become subscribers. And then you can go to the horizontal or do them both at the same time. We just now figured out we can do them both at the same time, so that's what we're doing. But we established it with the vertical streams first. That is my recommendation. All right, I like that. I just gotta wait for this blue to dry to get that other blue up top, and then, of course, weather it, make it all dirty. All my nice clean work, do it all dirty. All right. You can really see how that's gonna be here on the corner. That's gonna look really good once this all gets dirtied up underneath here. Put the trim around the corner, get it done, get this blue in. That's gonna look really good. You can see how well that came out with the staining around the thing. All the staining here and around. All just came out perfect. So, well, next thing we'll be doing with these is going to be, because I have all the paint done. So then the next thing will be deciding what windows I'm going to board up, what windows we're going to keep open. I've got some, styrene that has the lines for like wood fencing and stuff. So this one looks pretty cool but if I put the plastic on the other side, I can put like the old advertisement signs and maybe like a big sign that goes across there, closed. Then maybe a realty sign on it or something like anybody would ever rent down here to begin with. So we've got those as options for signage. I'm really happy with that right there. That looks really, really good. Just gotta get this front doing what it's supposed to be doing. How's this green looking?
RSV says that I hear right, you hit 5,000 subscribers.
Yes, you did hear us right. We hit 5,000. We did that earlier in the week. It kind of hinted at it for a day or two and go to 5,000 and then drop to 4,999 or 98. Then it'd be back up again and then go back down again. And so now it's well into it. We're now at 50-20, I think you said, Gabe?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, so
21.
21, perfect. So,
Gage Collective says I'll see you next stream. Just seeing you spare time to watch. Goodbye, see you soon.
all right, glad you dropped by. Okay, so you can see here how I'm going to show you how these all came out. All right, or how they're all coming out. I'm going to let this set up for quite a while because I've got to sand it, and I really got to let this dry to get that blue. It's really wet around the edges, but let's see here. This is going to set up. These go like this, like that, and then let's. I think that's a pretty good combo. Once I get it all, this has been weathered down here. This whole one has been weathered top. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but in person you can really see it. I scraped off some of the blue paint, got down to the primer. Then I used black wash and I let it actually cool on the surface to look like staining on the blue. So that came out really good. Then I did the black wash down there on that. So these two will get the exact same treatment. They'll look old like this. And then we'll start deciding what we're going to start boarding up or leaving open. We're not going to close it all up. Obviously, there's going to be, maybe I'll make the corner one still a business, and we'll do more with these being more just the residential that's left over. So I'll figure out what business I'm going to put in here that would be typical in the Skid Row area. Maybe a liquor store of some sort. Liquor store, convenience store right there. That might do pretty good. Because it's going to sit on the corner of the block because this is on the corner like that. So then we'll do this one. I'm probably going to leave an open lot. This might be where the parking is. It's going to be over here. So if you've got this sitting here, we'll have the parking right here. It's just like a weeded over asphalted area that's just, got some junk cars in it. Maybe an engine block, maybe some tires, stuff like that where it will it'll look really good. So once I get this done, to this point, all painted, everything done, all the details taken care of, then we'll cut my piece of styrene that these are gonna sit on. And then we'll work out the parking lot, the sidewalk. We're gonna make the sidewalk all beat up and cruddy, broken apart. Lots of stains on it. And then, of course, I'll have people sleeping next to the buildings on it and sitting and stuff like that. So that's all to come. So I think we'll just let this dry right here. Not too bad, 2 hours worth of work, to get these two right here to get their full staining on the sides and the backs and all that. I'm really happy with all that. And the same with this one, getting all of that stained and dirty and the back really stained up and dirty. So that's pretty good. So
There are 3 on the vertical, or on the horizontal crochet lady. Arsky says, nice, congrats.
well, thank you.
He also says, one skid row to pull is probably used for a different business.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably what the apartments upstairs are used for. So, rent by the hour or the day. So we will, we'll get there. It's gonna look really good up in place, I think. So, I'm really happy with how that's all coming around. Like I said, we'll put air conditioners in some of the windows. We've got all the air conditioners that we need. We'll do some top details, make a bunch of trash up there. Mechanicals, like all the vent pipes for the plumbing systems and all that. I'm probably going to use, I've seen guys been using lately sanding paper for their asphalt roofs and then doing like black lines and stuff where the tear stuff is done. So I'm probably going to do that on all of that. That'll look really good. So, all right. So what's left is I just got on the subset. Then I'll be doing the black wash. So I think what we'll do is, what do you want to do for a day for another live stream?
Maybe not Thursday.
What happened to this?
Oh, what? Uh-oh. He died.
He did die.
You don't think he's burnt out?
I may have jumped the track.
Oh,
I don't know.
you want to do?
Oh, he jumped the track.
Oh, oops.
Yeah.
You want to do Friday?
Oh, well, Friday for sure. We'll probably do another one also.
Oh no. Are we thinking of doing that Tuesday?
Doing what Tuesday? Huh? Oh, I don't know yet. I don't know if I got this back on track or not. Okay, so we'll just call it quits there. And I think we'll just watch for the notices. And we will we'll let you guys know when the next one's going to be. I'm going to bring this around and pull it to a stop. Yeah. So thanks for coming in today and watching with us as we were working on stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. And again, if you liked it, please like and subscribe, and we will we'll be here again. Next time we'll have these kind of done. So anyway, so take care, everyone, and we will see you next time.
Yeah, thank you very much.